Hello, today we are... Oh, Malaka saved me. Keep on watching if you would like to see how to become a beauty like this. Okay, so today I will actually begin with face painting because luckily I do not have to block my eyebrows because orcs can have bushy eyebrows. So this is my face paint orc mixture. If it's not satisfactory, yeah, it's too green, I will mix it again with something else. Yeah, it's too much like Shrek. Okay, but I will think about it later. I cover my face with this thing first of all, and then contouring will have to save it. So again, apply it with my fingers and tap it in with a sponge. And by the way, I applied brown contact lenses this time because I didn't really know what else I could do. I mean, orcs in Skyrim can have blue eyes or brown eyes and nothing really in between from what I remember. But it's like electric blue, so nothing that I have. I do not have very bright blue contact lenses. And I thought brown would be like a nice in between. Now, you have to make sure if you have a hairstyle like something like this, you have to really go in between the baby hairs so that none of your skin is showing through, because it will be... Yes, that was some paint dropping on my shirt, perfect. And in between my eyebrows, because I will be doing something about them later. Yeah, what are you doing in my swamp? I look like Fiona from Shrek. I can't. Yeah, I think I will have to paint my middle part as well. Should I do it now or later? No, I will do it now, I think. It's good, it's a hair wash day today. It's my first time painting my hair, actually. That's a new one for me. So I will go over my middle part, at least the part that will be visible today. If I were LARPing this, I would cover like up to the bottom of my head, but this time I will just go over the part that is visible on camera, and it looks much better, I think. And I will also use the same brush to get in between my hair here, to cover my skin. And of course this will have to get darker, because for now it's like very terrible Shrek cosplay. And I've seen better foundation colors, honestly. Now I will hope for the best and contour. I will use black if I can find the black paint, because I misplaced it somewhere. Now I will try to make the contouring a bit different from the previous makeups, because I will try to go into more of a rectangular shape rather than triangular. So the contouring will need to be a bit sharper, I think, in some areas. So let's take a look. So I will try to go right under my cheekbone here, but go straight. Go straight. And then I will try to go down sharply. No, it's visible on camera. Yeah, and then go down sharply. Like this. And then I will blend it. So let's take a look how it will turn out if I blend it. Just to achieve the sharp contour under the cheekbone. And this starts looking less Shrek-like. Only there is a spot here that I cannot get rid of for some reason, so I will apply some green on it to make it less visible. I will correct everything with powder contouring later anyway, so it's not that important that the contouring here is perfect, but it should at least be more or less okay. And here I'm repeating the steps I did previously, so going under my cheekbone and then going sharply down here like this, and then I go underneath this line with my blending, so I do not go upwards, I go only downwards with the blending. Yeah, so this is the contouring of the cheekbones. Now the jaw. The jaw needs to be rectangular, so I will need to cut my chin a bit like this. And I think what I will also do is like get a, not a double chin, but like a separated chin, so like a butt chin like this. And let's hope that it doesn't look terrible. And here again, like with all other makeups, going really deep with the black contouring because I want to achieve the sharpness here, like this, like this, like that. Oh, my cat is meowing, I hope you cannot hear it very well. I will contour my temples here just because I think it just looks nice and blended. And it will also help me cover the place where my hairline begins. I do not really want it to be very obvious. I will also contour here. This will also help with blending in my hairline with the painting. Of course, it doesn't really want to blend very well because my hair is in the way. Like this. I think I will also add some darker paint because I do not really like the way this color is turning out. It's too green. I mean, it should be green, but it shouldn't be leafy green, if you know what I mean. It should be like a bit muddy, a bit dirty, a bit more brownish, I would say, rather than bluish, yellowish. This contouring will need to be stronger, so I will add a bit just here. And I try to tap the brush rather than swipe it because it doesn't move the paint from underneath. Before we powder anything, it will be very movable, so we need to be very careful with the blending. I will leave the nose for later, I think, because the nose will require a lot of care this time, because it will be a very important thing. It will be the make or break of this makeup look, I think. I will reapply black here because it disappeared pretty much, and I think I will just go with a bigger brush because it's a waste of time to use small brushes where you shouldn't. And I will have to reapply some green afterwards because it mixed with the black in a very unpleasant way. So I will use my finger on this side of my face. I'm just going over the black a bit to make the transition between black and green a bit smoother. Now, this doesn't have to be a very clean look, I believe, because, you know, cleanliness doesn't really fit orcs too much. A bit on my nose because it was lacking in the amount of paint. I will touch this area, middle finger application, just to bring it out a bit, and I blend it with the green part of the sponge. I do not really want to brighten this makeup too much. Okay. Powder. I cover the paints first of all, because if you don't cover your paints and you start powdering, then everything will be covered in powder and it's not really a good thing. Here goes. Don't touch your face. Now, brush, or maybe no, maybe actually sponge, clean sponge, powder. On the forehead. Now there was one orc in Skyrim in Sidna Mine and he had a makeup like this. And I will use a brush to get in between my eyebrow hair because it needs to be powdered as well. And a very important step, this also needs to hold. And this as well, so now circular motions and I'm swiping off the excess. I'm not too worried about the neck, it will be covered anyway, but here I have to make sure that the paint is not really moving anywhere. Malakath, help me. I will leave it for now as it is. I will do my eyebrows now. I will just fill them in using my regular eyebrow shadow. Get rid of the excess powder. And I go in against the hair growth and with the hair growth. What I will try to do with my eyebrows is make them look a bit more angry than they usually do. So I will bring them closer to each other and I will try to make them a bit more bushy than they actually are. And yeah, I'm just filling in the eyebrow as I normally would. Normally I would be more careful, I guess. No, I do not really have to be. You don't receive additional points from Malakath for having your eyebrow game on point. Now is the time that I bring my eyebrow closer to the base of my nose. So let's just take a bit of product and blend it inwards. Yeah, I think it will benefit from being a bit closer even. And I will try to make a triangle here, like rather than a rectangle. Like this. So I'm blending the bottom part of the eyebrow closer. Alright, now let's just brush it and go for the eyes. I hope that the eyes will save this look a bit, because for now it's swampy. So I will go for some black eyeliner. It will be my base today. Don't touch your face. It will be my base today. I will take the same brush I used previously for painting. Why is it so itchy? So I apply this on my eyelid as my base. And I also go over my waterline. Now make sure not to stab yourself in a contact lens, because if you do it will go below your eyelid and it's never pleasant. So, and I just blend it upwards and outwards, more outwards I think. And I'm trying to go into a very messy smoky eye thing. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm not going here for an orc chieftain wife look. Okay. Now here I have to be careful. Outwards and upwards. Now I have to also match the amount of blending to the right eye, so I definitely have to go higher with this one. Okay, and let's just blend everything downwards. Right, now we will have to blend this eye, so now I will first of all cover the eyeliner on the eyelid with some black eyeshadow to make it stay where I want it to be. So, flat brush, black eyeshadow, just pat it in to make a really dark base. But I will just do it like this. Tilt your head downwards and look into the mirror. Now this is the best position to deal with it. Okay. This already looks much better than the eyeliner on its own. So let's repeat this step on the left eye as well. Okay. Go into the lash line as well. And the bottom eyelid. Now we can go for a blending brush. Sorry, it's dirty. I haven't washed my brushes yet, but I do remember to clean them regularly. Not this time though. And I don't really worry about going too high with the eyeshadow because it's not beauty makeup, so you don't have to remember about the proportions between your eyebrow and your eyeshadow. You can go as high as you want to. If you prefer, you can also block your eyebrows in this makeup and do whatever you want to them, like even not have them at all during this orc makeup. It will also look fine, I believe. Okay, now lower eyelid. And I will go in with some lighter brown under the... oh, it's too bright, unfortunately. So I will mix brown with some violet to create a transition here. I want to blend the lower eyelid a bit lower, like this, and I will repeat the same step on this side. And I will create an under eye bag by lightly going into the place where I would normally place concealer, but I want this to be a bit darker. And I will use a bit more brown because it's starting to look too violet. So let's go like this. Okay, also here, and also I will bring out the blending here, like this. I will go with a bit of paint though. At least I stopped feeling like Shrek because of the eye makeup, so that's something. And let's go lightly over here, lightly, like this. Just a bit to darken this makeup a little bit, because I feel like this paint is too bright. And it will also assist us with maintaining the eye makeup in one particular place, because it's spread on my face a bit excessively, like this. Okay. Now go back with powder, because whatever paint is left sticky on your face, it will be messy. So I will wipe off the excess powder, also from my hair. Don't want it to be grey yet. Alright, now I will go back to the eye makeup for a second, because I want to do one more thing. Now this place, I can see that this place is also not looking great, so I will go back to the eye makeup for a second because I think it really needs some line in the inner part of my eyes. Okay, now these don't match, so I will have to improve this slightly. Alright. Okay, and I will go back with some black eyeshadow. And of course I'm dirty already. And we will just go over the eyelid once again because it became too bright after the blending. So whenever you feel the makeup gets too bright, just go back in with some black eyeshadow and it will be right where it should be again. I will deepen the shadow here slightly because it was wiped off when I was applying some additional paint. Like this. Like this. And yeah, let's blend it here as well. Like that. Go over here. Okay. Now, I think I will continue the contouring because my face really is in need of contouring. So I will get my temples. And I'm using the same brush I used for my eye makeup because it's already dirty and I don't really want to use too many brushes because it creates unnecessary mess. And really go into your hairline here. You want it to match everything. And whenever I feel like it's not really blending in very well, I will go in with a bigger brush. Just go over it. Like this. Now this is my usual blending brush for bronzer. Okay, like that. And it already looks a bit better, I feel. Now the very important contour here. This needs to be sharp. And let's go down with it. I could have gone even sharper. And let's blend it here. Can be even stronger, I believe. And now go downwards, not upwards. We do not want to blend it upwards. It has to be very sharp line, like with every other of my makeups. Okay, now this is dark enough, I think. Next, this part of my face, this side of my cheek. Okay, like that. Up the nose I will do at the end. No, this part. Oh, no, that was too much product, but let's just blend it and see what happens. Not terrible. Now let's go over here. And the best thing would be to invest in a green paint that actually matches your preference so that you do not have to create a mixture every time you create this look during a LARP. That will be very, very annoying. Okay, this contour is done. Yep, now we will need to do something about the nose, and it needs to be a very specific something. So I will go grab a small blending brush. And what we have to achieve is achieve a broader nose than I have. And we need to create the illusion of a snout. Basically, well, we're not going in. I am not going into the direction of Morrowind orcs that really have had snouts, but I would really want to achieve this bulkiness of the nose. So From what I saw on the reference, orcs have very strong shadow, like here at the nose blades. So let's try to mimic that and put as much blackness as possible here. Now, this is not something to do when you want to contour your nose, because this thing I'm doing here will possibly make my nose seem humongous. But this time I actually want my nose to be humongous. I will also darken my nostrils. And I think I will go with an even smaller brush and I will create a line here. So I'm trying to bring out my nostril to create an illusion that my nostril is actually wider and that it goes upwards. So let's see into my nostril. That's a look. Malakath, preserve me. No, I want to sneeze very badly. Making a Shrek nose is not easy. It's hilarious. I can't. Now I have to take another look at the contouring from Skyrim on the York nose, because it's my reference. A default orc woman. These can go even closer to each other, like this, in a triangle almost even, yes, like this. And now let's blend it. Okay. And yeah, I think we will also do something like that. Create the illusion that my nose is quite wide here. So the actual bone in my nose ends like here, and I contour below it to make it seem that it's lower. Now I'm looking again at the orcs from Skyrim. I will have to create a this needs some more blending because it's too sharp of a line here. And what we need to do is also contour here, sorry, on the top here. That will create a snout, almost. I will make small lines here to mimic some wrinkles, because orcs have very wrinkly noses, like this. If you frown, you can see where the lines on your nose will be natural. So I can see that it will be here and here as well. And I can now go in with a small brush and blend it out on the nose. Let's create a wrinkly nose. Now I think I will also use some white to highlight them a little bit. Let's see how it looks like. Now I would want... Let's take a look at the reference again. Yeah, I think we also need some shadow here. So I will go a bit lower. Oh yes, that's what I was missing. And also I will add a light touch of black here. On the Cupid's bow. I feel pretty orcish now that I took a look at it. It looks decent. Eyebrows, they could be a bit darker, so I would just go over them with some black eyeshadow like this. Now what I will do with them is take brow soap and brush them upwards simply. So a spoolie brow soap smells very nice. I will try to wipe the excess and brush them upwards. They can be very, very messy. And I'm just sticking them with a cotton bud to my face, and they should look fine. Like this. So just at the base of the eyebrows, I will just touch them with the black. Just to make the eyebrow blend a bit better with the rest of the eyeshadows. Okay, and this one as well, because it's sticking out pretty much. Is it still Shrek or not anymore? Some additional wrinkles are necessary here. So if I frown, then a wrinkle appears here and here. So let's go like this and let's blend it out. For the lips, I will also add a small touch of black eyeshadow below my lips. Let's highlight my chin maybe. I would like to have a chad chin. Maybe let's try to contour it a bit like here to make it seem a bit sharper. Yep, it will seem a bit more rectangular then. That's a good idea. Like this. Sorry about that, but I have to make sure that the teeth that I made will match. So I have a prototype of orc teeth that I made for myself from polythermic plastic. Let's see if it will actually go together with this look. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I see what the issue is going to be. The lip painting would be very difficult, but I think because of this I will first go with the ears, because we need to have green ears like this. So I will be back in a second with the ears. Okay, so I grabbed the ears and they are now on. I painted them green with the same grease paints I use for the face makeup, and I will now contour the ears slightly with black eyeshadow like this. Because remember, orcs are mer. They are elves basically, much closer to elves than humans. Okay, now this ear is done. Next one, I mean the other one, I do not have more than two of them. Okay, now this is done. I have very beautiful ears now. What I also want to do is deepen this contour here a bit more before we move on to the next step, and also I want to have some shadow here, so like this. Okay. I want this to be a wrinkly makeup here. This looks better, I think. Now for the lips. For the lips, I think I will go first of all with some green. Violet lipstick, I think. It has a color like this. You don't have to do this, depends on your shape of your lip shape. Like this. I will also cover the cupid's bow. Because the next step will be the teeth. They look like this. So I don't know if I will be able to speak in them very well. So I will put them on. I will see how much corrections I need to my lip makeup and how much additional paint I need on these. I painted them using the normal grease paint, so it's nothing very durable. So they will need some additional paint work possibly. So let's see. Okay. Now the issue is that this is wet. This is a wet part of the lips. So let's see. Okay, so this is the look done. Okay, I cannot speak in these, so it will be a silent outro.